All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Metal music has been the voice of rebelling youngsters all over the world and in India too. The metal scene in India, which has been growing at breakneck speed over the last few years, has produced many world-class bands. At the helm of this changing face of metal in India has been the scene in Mumbai. With bands like Demonic Resurrection and Bhayanak Moth, Mumbai has been home to some of the finest metal bands in the country. Yet, when it comes to producing sound that will appeal to international audiences, being a great live act and securing record deals, Mumbai's bands seem to be lagging somewhere.
Well, I guess every band has its share of problems, right from members of the band, being committed or not committed to the band, as well as having the money to buy equipment, recording studios, having a jam pad, and just the basic lack of events, for young new bands to play at.
A band like Tesseract from UK who played in India once again now. These guys have been learning music since the age of 6 years old or 8 years old or so. When they start jamming, they know their music. That's something which doesn't happen here in India. Like the maximum people that I see started learning music when they were in school, 12 years old or 13-year-old guys. And then they start the whole journey. By the time they come to a good stage, then it's already 28, 29, and life is kind of hard at that time when you're not earning.
In these dampening conditions, one band that has fought against all odds to make it large is the Mumbai-based thrash death metal band Devoid. Within a short span of just 6 years, Devoid has not only managed to cut an album, but has also received recognition in international magazines and e-zines. The success Devoid has received has not been handed over to them on a platter, but they have had to strive as hard as any other band.
I've seen them struggle when they had practically no guitarist. Keshav had to study his post-graduation something in UK, so he left. And for at least 5 or 6 months, the whole struggle to get a new guitarist was amazing. Like, I saw them audition at least around 7 to 8 guitarists.
Despite their achievements, things have not changed much for Devoid. They still jam in a derelict room above a garage in Thane.
I think younger bands actually first need to work at their music. A lot of bands, they are very jaded, and they expect that, oh, we formed a band, we've got 5-6 songs, we're really good and we should get all the shows in the world, everybody should write about us. That's wrong. You have to really work your way up to the top. It's not an easy road, nothing's going to get handed to a band on a platter.
You should have the drive for it. For example, a person who wants a new guitar, like he wants to upgrade a guitar, he will save up and buy it. But if he's just taking it up as a hobby and just for the sake of it, or just for the time being when he's in college or like that, then it's not going to go ahead as a career.
The creative process is actually very individualistic, the way we write. Because the popular notion for any band is that they come into a jam place and they plug in their instruments, and just like the Rock On movie, they just start singing and dancing, and then suddenly everyone's in sync. And no, that's not how normal bands usually make music. We make the riffs at our places, and we come to the jam place, and we slowly sift through all the stuff that we've made, and we choose the ones that can stick into the song, that can actually carry on a progression. And then we, with a lot of brainstorming that happens on a period of 4 or 5 number of jams, and then finally we can make sure that we have like half a song ready. And
I find even though they are doing a genre that most people would say is a bit outdated, they're doing it with a very fresh spin on it, but yet retaining the essence of what thrash metal is.
They make sure that every week they meet up, they discuss music, they sit down, they compose stuff. That is something which each and every new band also should learn.
No matter how good a musician you are, if you're not willing to work hard and be successful, then there's no point in being in the industry per se. You should sit in your bedroom and write music then.
the CD happened over 1 year process, 1.5 year process. We started off recording in various studios. We couldn't get the sound that we were looking for, and hence there was a gradual shift from an EP to an album. We went to a few places and we couldn't get that kind of sound, and then finally we decided, you know what, I'm anyways doing recording in a very small scale basis, and why not just give that a try? It makes sense when the guys you're recording with is yourselves. It was a grueling process, but it was a very learning, informative process which we hope to do again and again as much as possible.
They're doing a very good job of playing thrash metal. They have their own sound and they're a killer live band. I think that is something that greatly constitutes my reason for working with them, because they're a great live band, and over the last 5 years they've built a very solid and dedicated fan base, and that's what matters.
As far as the industry veterans are concerned, the future looks bright for the Mumbai lads.
In the next 5 years, I at least hope them to play international festivals, hopefully tour more in the European circuit, because the whole thrash genre is more famous that side.
We've not thought about the next 5-10 years, but this year we are planning to release an album. The other thing is international shows. That's the thing that we are looking for the most. We want to play abroad and get our music and spread our music out there, because that's the actual scene.
The biggest part of playing internationally is to spread the music that much. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why we're looking forward to, being a part of international musical festivals. In this year at least, we're definitely going to elaborate on the album and make sure that the sound is as coherent as we have it in our head. And we're brutaler, faster and more aggressive.
Some couple of weeks back, I did participate in one such event that was happening to save a live act in India. I was in specifically Bombay, because Bombay does have high entertainment tax, and all of us have to travel all the time to Bangalore or some other place to watch some good international acts. Well, that definitely sucks, and I think there's a good amount of people who are trying to improve that, and they're working towards it.
Metal is an outsider's music. I would like it to remain the way it is, but of course, I would love a lot more festivals happening in Bombay, and the entertainment tax in Bombay is just definitely not helping. And we don't have venues in Bombay to showcase this kind of music.
I guess investors need to give money to bands. That keep this money and go and spend it on yourself, because most of the times whatever we get, it's something that we invest in our jam sessions and stuff. So all of us want more money, a lot more money. That would make us happy.